Hello, it's back here, and I am just about to make an oil pulling mixture. And the reason I'm doing that is because I'm working on my own dental health right now, so I'm doing some oil pulling, which is recommended by heaps of people. I've just got a website up in front of me here which says oil pulling is a traditional Ayurvedic technique that is excellent for oral care. It says that it helps strengthen the teeth and gums, reduces plaque and relieves bad breath. It is also considered good for overall health as it removes toxins. So it does say here, swish 1 tablespoon of sesame oil around in your mouth and through your teeth. Do this for about 15 minutes or until it becomes thinner and turns milky. Spit it out and rinse your mouth with water. Repeat the process daily for about a month. And so it's literally just oil. And a lot of people actually do talk about using coconut oil. So that's what I've got. I've got my virgin organic coconut oil, certified by the ACO. And I want to pimp my oil pulling by putting some essential oils into that so I can swish and spit and then help my teeth and my gums and my dental wellness be extraordinary, hopefully, fingers crossed. So I've done a little bit of homework, and there's a few oils. There's one that I particularly don't have, which I don't know why I don't have it, because I normally do use it, is tea tree. So tea tree oil is fantastic for all kinds of good things, but in this instance it's saying that it's been studied. A study published in the Australian Dental Journal in 2008 found that topical application of tea tree oil gel helped reduce gum bleeding and gingivitis. It did not reduce plaque though. So I wanted to incorporate the tea tree oil as a topical application, which means it's just going to be the same. It's going to be put into the coconut oil, into my oil pulling mixture, and it's going to be swished, which is going to be my way of applying it. And sorry, I just had a phone call. I have to dismiss for a second until I finish doing this, because I want to do this first. So and I'm already in the middle of it as well. So anyway, so applying it topically would be just like applying the tea tree topically on the teeth and gums, and because it's being spit out, it's safe to do. So I'm just gonna, that's a voicemail message. Don't you love it when you're on live and you're getting phone calls? So I've picked a few oils here, and I'm gonna put them in. So one being wintergreen. Wintergreen's going in. The other one is oregano. Of course, good old peppermint. And the reason I picked peppermint is for flavouring. It's going to taste amazing with peppermint. And the last one will be, and I've just pulled the lid off this one, thieves. Now I've got 2 thieves. One was almost empty, so I just pulled my other one out. And I've actually already cracked open one of my thieves. Last one, because you can't get the last drops out of it until you actually pull the lid off and then just spill it in. So that's what I've done with that one. I can't remember which one it is now. This one. So this is my empty. I'm just going to pop it over here. So I just guess I'll quickly give a quick read on my wintergreen in my little book here. Wintergreen, apparently, which is quite cool to acknowledge and learn, is that the leaves of wintergreen have been chewed to support the respiratory capacity by Native Americans when running long distances and performing difficult labour. And then it says settlers in the early America had their children chew the leaves for several weeks each spring to prevent tooth decay. So wintergreen was used as a substitute for black tea during the Revolutionary War. So, I mean, I don't know anyone that drinks wintergreen tea right now, and I don't even know off the top of my head where it's. It looks like the plant of origin in wintergreen is in China and North America. So it's not something that's grown here in Australia, obviously, and I actually couldn't tell you what the plant looks like. So obviously it's capable of putting in teas. But because of those reasons, when I did read about that, I thought, wow, this is awesome. I'm going to pop some of this in. So I don't actually have very much wintergreen left. I'm just going to take my lid off and I'm just going to pour the remainder in. Oh, there's heaps of drops in there. But it would have been hard just to drop it out of the dropper. So because there's not much left in there, I'm just dropping the rest in. I would say that's probably around about anywhere from 20 to 30 drops. And that's how much I would use because I think that's beneficial. And likewise, when I emptied out the thieves, there was probably around about the same 20-25 drops. So I'm going to try and stick to 20 to 25 drops of each oil in here because it's such a big container. I want it to be filled up with coconut oil, mix it up, and then hopefully that will be still quite potent enough when I do my oil pull, that when I swish the oil around in my mouth and spit it out, that I'll get the flavours of these. So oregano, here we go. I'm just going to put in 20 drops of that. See how slow it takes when you're dropping it? 3, 4. So if you're watching this video either now or I'm not even counting anymore, 5, 6. So you've got I probably should have done this beforehand and just told you about it. I'm not counting, but I'll just talk anyway. So I'll just let it, if I do more than 20, 25, that's fine, I don't really mind. Okay, so I've lost my train of thought now because I'm talking about my drops of my oils. I was going to say something important then, but clearly it wasn't important enough to remember to put it in here. So, mixing up wintergreen, thieves and oregano so far, and then peppermint as well. Swish that out once a day. They usually say to do it for about 15 minutes first thing in the morning. Because when you sleep overnight, when your body's doing all of its organs, processing whatever they do, I have no idea. I don't think many people, even educated people, probably know to the fullest extent. Everyone's still doing studies and blah blah. I'm just going to say that's about that. And then peppermint. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So as you can see, peppermint goes a whole lot faster than oregano. Oregano is probably a little bit of a thicker oil. I've got enough thieves in there, I feel. So it's quite a lot of essential oil in there. I'm using glass on purpose. I don't want to really put it in plastic, and I don't really want to put it into any kind of metal type container. I love the purity of glass. There's something really, it's non-leaching, it doesn't have any of the typical kind of problems that other things like, I mean, I'd probably use bamboo or in a wooden container, although I'd say that bamboo and wood would probably soak all the good oils into the actual wood, so not much point doing that. So glass is it for me. So as you can see, I'm just putting in a whole stack of coconut oil now. I may or may not fill it all the way up to the very top, but I will fill it to probably just underneath that rim, just under there, and then that will give me room to be able to mix it. And also I'm just going to push that down, and I will mix it with a wooden spoon. I'm not going to, or a skewer or a chopstick or something. I'm not going to mix it up with a metal spoon either. essential oils are concentrated plant-based oils. So things like the oregano, peppermint and wintergreen being probably some of the more, I guess, I don't even know, what would I say, more stronger versions of oils, like, or the heat. You know how some oils have a tendency to heat the body and other oils have a tendency to, thank you for the thumbs up, I didn't see who that was, I can't even see that anyone's on live at all. So there's some oils that tend to heat up, and there's some oils that tend to cool down. So wintergreen and oregano are oils that tend to heat up, and peppermint is an oil that tends to cool down. And the Thieves blend of essential oil, which I should tell you what's in Thieves, I don't think I've done that yet. The Thieves oil, let me just quickly tell you what's in that. So the first ingredient in Thieves is clove, and the second is lemon, cinnamon, rosemary and eucalyptus. So that's the essential oils in Thieves. And so using those kind of warming hot oils within the oil pulling, you can see that it's split down there, so I will put together, will obviously help no, sorry, I lost track of what I was saying again. It's not just helping something, it's the reason I put it in glass and I'm not using metal into the oil is because those hot oils, the Thieves, the wintergreen and oregano, if you use them with those kind of things, plastics, any polystyrofoam, any of those kind of things, it can actually, if you drop it on something like that, I've actually done this test with another person that does our Young Living business, is it just actually melts it away, so it can actually leach. So I don't really want the metals off my spoon to be leached into my mixture which I'm using to oil pull. So kind of trying to get rid of any kind of metals out of the mouth, and any kind of plastic toxins. I don't really want to be using that kind of stuff in my mouth. So yeah, so glass it is, and I'll probably end up just like using this like a cup once this goes down. I know it's winter at the moment in Australia, so it's, the coconut oil is cold, but what I can do is I can just dip it in some hot water and let it melt down, and once that's melted down I can probably just take a swig out of there and just swish and then spit it. And they say don't spit the stuff out of your mouth down the drains, you can probably potentially clog up your drains. It's coconut oil after all. And the other thing is they say is just go and like spit it outside on the grass. So I think I'm going to go with that method. And because I do enjoy gardening as well, one of the things that I know as a gardener is that if you're under the weather and you're not at your fullest and you do have some bodily fluids starting to creep up, then if you do spit out on the grass or into your garden, what the soil or the bacteria is in the soil and all the soil stuff will do is they will actually then create food that you're growing out of your garden that's specifically for you, because it's basically just taken on what your body needs out of that saliva into the ground and going, okay, we need to produce this. So I find that fascinating as well, and I think that if I was to you know, do some cleansing in my mouth and just yeah, just do that topical kind of thing, as it says here with the oil pulling, the Ayurvedic technique that's used for oral care, just to care for my mouth, is it's worthwhile just putting that kind of anything that comes out outside into the ground, because the ground will then do its work to or the earth will do its work to then process that, which is just freaking amazing if you're asking me. So that's it. I'm filling that up to that distance, and then I'm going to go and get either, like I said, a chopstick or something, and I will mix that up, and then I'll do that oil pulling. It does say to do oil pulling on this website. It's top 10 home remedies is what it's called. It does say do not gargle or swallow the oil, so I guess it's just swishing the oil. And the other thing is as well is it says definitely don't swallow the tea tree oil either. So yeah, we're talking about spitting it out here. And what's the other thing it said to do? It said to do it for a particular time frame. Let me just quickly check down. It says use it for several weeks, so that would be about, yeah, a month and a half. So 45 days. I'd maybe just give myself a month and then see how it's going and then keep going if it's helping, and if it's not helping then maybe just do the next thing that comes up. So one step at a time. 30 days of oil pulling with using peppermint, oregano, wintergreen and thieves. I'll let you know how it goes and how my mouth is feeling. Right now my mouth on the inside is probably feeling quite tender and not swollen as such, but maybe a little bit of discomfort there as well. So we'll see how we go. Thanks for watching, and I'll do another video again when I get a chance. I know that I've been intermittent with my Facebook posts of late, and yeah, I'd love a little bit more interaction. That would be beautiful. If anyone's got any questions that they want to know about essential oils, I use them every single day. I put oils just for making myself smell good instead of using perfume, and just put a drop on the top of my head there, and just it's like my head is like my diffuser of my aroma. And I like to put it on the other perfume points, so on my neck and wrists and arms here. And outside of just smelling beautiful, I think it's a beautiful way not to use harmful chemicals in my home as well. So that's always been something that I've loved essential oils for in the home, and also for supporting my wellness. You can probably see over my shoulder there I've got a whole stack of essential oil supplements which I do use. Comfort Cleanse, Digest and Cleanse and Longevity, I believe, are the three that I've got up there at the moment. Oh, and Omega Dries. So I've actually got 4 supplements that I use so that I can work on my nutrition as well. So if you're interested in using the essential oils in overhauling your home and your life, then just let me know. I feel quite knowledgeable, and where I'm not knowledgeable, I've got lots of resources, and there's loads of places that you can find out how amazing they are. So if I can guide you through that process and you need some help, then let me know. Please do contact me, and I will get back to you as soon as I possibly can. So this is on the Enlightened with Essential Oils page. Please like, share and comment, and I will talk to you soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.